Bangor. Great North Woods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, investigators are looking for the cause of a fire that killed a man in Newport. Plus, one man is in custody following a shooting at Colby College over the weekend. And it's the return of the Eastern Maine Sportsman Show following a 3-year hiatus. We're glad to see that as well. Good morning, everyone. I'm Craig Colson. Emma Smith is working behind the scenes today. We thank you for tuning in. Before we get underway, we just want to let you know there is a little accident. We don't know if it's little, but there is a report of an accident at the corner of Route 202 and Main Trail in Hamden. We don't know the extent of it, but if you're heading out for the day towards that area, you may want to avoid that section of Route 202. There could be some delays. All right, before we move ahead, let's check in with Devin about our forecast. He's keeping an eye on a nor'easter that's working its way up the East Coast, or heading this way anyway. Looks like we could get anywhere from 4 to 8 inches of fresh snow starting tomorrow afternoon. Here's Devin.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Here we go. Plenty of advisories in effect this morning. We do have winter storm watches posted through Wednesday afternoon at about 2 p.m. or so. Winter storm warnings posted out for the south and west until about the noon time frame for your Wednesday. Both of these will expire at around Wednesday in that time frame, but we'll see an upgrade at some point as well. We also have a storm warning along the coast because wave heights will be dangerously high in a few spots. Now last through 1 a.m. as we head towards your Wednesday. And also gale warnings and small craft advisories posted through Wednesday as well. And even the small craft advisory through 8 a.m. this morning located right about in here. So we'll see some upgrades moving forward. But again, here's where we stand this morning. This cloud's moving in from the west to the east. This is a very uncertain system that's tracking from the west to the east, but it's going to be kind of jogging around at times as well. But we will see some snow from the system before we're all finished up. It's off toward the west right now, located right about in here. It's not going to move in because it's going to have a hard time doing so because we have high pressure off towards the north and east. And this nor'easter, this potential nor'easter here, will be slowly tracking off towards the east and then sending some precipitation on land, especially as we head towards tomorrow. Futurecast for today, we're looking pretty good, but it's tomorrow, though, especially in the afternoon, that we'll be watching for precipitation that will be moving in. The hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period will be mostly cloudy, temperatures in the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. We'll look forward to that. Well, in this morning's news, the State Fire Marshal's Office is investigating a terrible fire that killed a man in Newport. Fire crews were called to a home on Mullen Road just before 10:30 Sunday morning. It was fully engulfed in flames by the time they arrived on the scene. Shannon Moss, the spokesperson for the Maine State Police, says a mother and her son lived in that residence. She managed to escape, but 54-year-old Alan Easley died in the fire. The Newport Fire Department requested the State Fire Marshal's Office to look for a cause. The fatal fire is still under investigation. A man involved in an alleged shooting in Bangor could face court action as soon as today. 40-year-old Tyrion Kindred of Baltimore, Maryland, was arrested Saturday night and charged with shooting another man on Harlow Street. He's charged with possession of a firearm by a felon. Police say they were called to the intersection of Harlow and Central Streets around 5:30 Saturday night. There had been an altercation and a man was shot in the process. The unidentified victim was brought to the hospital for treatment. There's no word on his condition this morning. Bangor police say that incident remains under investigation. More information has been released regarding the shooting at Colby College in Waterville after a non-student fired 2 rounds in a campus apartment building. Colby College has announced that no changes will be made to its academic schedule, and the midterms will continue as planned. According to Interim Chief of Police William Bonney, the Waterville and Winslow police responded to reports of gunshots within Colby College's Alfond apartment building around 1 o'clock Saturday morning. Police say non-Colby student Andrew Gifford of Waterville got into an altercation with 2 other non-Colby students, and where one of them was assaulted, they say they assaulted him earlier in that night. Gifford responded to that alleged assault by firing 2 rounds from a firearm in a crowded hallway.
Anytime you fire a gun in a crowded area, very bad things could happen. And in this particular case, nobody was injured by the gunshots, and we're all very thankful for that. This is every parent's worst nightmare, and our top priority is the safety of those students.
At this time, Gifford is at the Kennebec County Jail, and the 2 other men involved have been positively identified, but the case is still under investigation. An elementary school student in Monroe was arrested after being found in possession of a gun on school grounds. Members of the Waldo County Sheriff's Office say they responded to Monroe Elementary School around 8:52 Friday morning after a report that a 10-year-old student had a firearm. Law enforcement personnel say they worked with the school staff to detain the student and seize the weapon. One parent shared her concerns after picking up her daughter from school.
We should have been told what was going on rather than hearing it from our kids. First message I got from my daughter was, "Mom, I'm scared." They should do thorough checks. I don't think the bags should be allowed without being checked. All the other schools, they either have their bags checked or they have clear bags. It's going to be hard to get, I know, my daughter back to school because of this.
According to the Sheriff's Office, there were no injuries, and the student in question was placed under arrest and taken to the Waldo County Sheriff's Office. Both the Sheriff's Office and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms are actively investigating that incident. State officials are looking to help 251 workers recently furloughed by Puritan Medical Products. The furloughs came last week after the manufacturer saw a decrease in demand for its testing swabs. The Maine Department of Labor's Rapid Response Team has been providing services to affected Puritan employees through the Puritan Employee Assistance Center last week. Communication manager for the department, Jessica Picard, says the state will expand its efforts this week. In a statement, she said, quote, "We will be connecting with all workers early next week to determine additional services based on the workers' needs. Any workers statewide who are impacted by a layoff should reach out to their local career center, which can help them connect with re-employment services, training, and other information. Affected employees can also contact their local career center or simply by visiting mainecareercenter.gov. 80 students from the greater Dover area explored how to make positive changes in their schools during the Positive Action Team Summit. Our Matthew Jarancic has more.
After months of discussing how to promote positive school environments, students from Dexter Regional High School, Penquist Valley High School, and Setamocha Middle School came together to share ideas during the Positive Action Team Summit.
All the kids are going to work on this initiative to try to make a difference throughout the entire county, and then individually in their schools, their positive action teams work on issues within the school to try to make a difference.
Members of their respective positive action teams address problems such as substance abuse prevention, bullying, and mental health by shedding light on issues that are not often talked about in schools.
Our positive action team has sponsored events for suicide prevention or drug use and just bringing awareness to issues like that.
The positive action teams are a collaboration between local schools and Northern Light Mayo Hospital. The summit featured Maine Director of Opioid Response Gordon Smith as its keynote speaker, who shared strategies around opioid prevention and reduction as well as prescribing practices. Dexter Regional High School junior Miles Grant says being part of the summit helped him gain an understanding of issues he was unaware of.
I do feel like people are learning stuff, especially with the Narcan training. I had no clue what was really going on in that sector, but I went and now I feel more educated on it.
As the summit concluded, students say networking with their peers helped spark conversation for positive change.
In my mind, I've already been thinking of other events that we could host here or something like that I've taken from sessions and just ideas like that. Everyone's taking something from it and something positive from the event.
Matthew Jarancic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Looks like they had a great time and learned a lot. People throughout the Bangor region remain in shock this morning following the sudden death of a man known for giving back to his community. Holden Police Chief Chris Greeley died unexpectedly Thursday night following a brief illness. Greeley worked in law enforcement and in the media for many years and became known for his generosity and community policing. He also served as a state lawmaker for a number of years. We asked our Holden community members to share their memories about the longtime lawman.
Was always a giving, kind, and sweet person, and yeah, we're going to miss him a lot.
He would actually talk to people, he would go out, he would help people, and he was a good guy. He really You didn't think of him much as a police chief, as a friend.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better police chief, seriously. I wish all the towns had someone like him.
I could tell you stories all day about the things that he did to help people. Great officer.
I really feel that he was an integral part of what makes Holden such a great town to live in. And yeah, there's going to be a hole left there for sure.
And we'd certainly like to send our best to Chris's wife, Donna, and their entire family. Chris Greeley was just 60 years old. Well, the time now is 8:10. Coming up on Good Morning Maine, what has become another sure sign of spring returned over the weekend. We'll visit the Eastern Maine Sportsman Show. But first, another check of your weather forecast. Looks like a mostly cloudy day ahead with highs up near 42 degrees. Mostly cloudy overnight with lows around 27. Tomorrow, that storm moves into the area in the afternoon. The highs on Tuesday right around 35.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
If you're waiting for a sign that it's time to finally tackle that window project, here it is. Renewal by Anderson's incredible Window Replacement Days. Get all the benefits of Renewal by Anderson's exclusive and easy replacement window process. And save a lot of money while you're at it. An immediate design consultation, exclusive Fibrix composite material windows, and precise installation by highly trained certified master installers. You get it all during Renewal by Anderson's Window Replacement Days. Call Renewal by Anderson today and take advantage of this limited time offer and special financing.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Paramount Paving, Maine's go-to for all your paving and seal coating. Paramount Paving offers commercial and residential paving and seal coating services throughout eastern and central Maine. Give us a call for a free estimate today. Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
On the next Last Man Standing, I'm back! Mike goes from outdoor man to soccer dad.
Don't impress the boys, you play hard, prove that you belong on that field.
But this time, he's out of his league.
Trust me.
Well, we have to move. What happened? Dad, he told me that boys would like me more if I played aggressive. I'm going to pack.
I can explain. We might have to move.
Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
Welcome back, everyone. A long-running Maine event returned to Orono over the weekend, organized entirely by volunteers. Our David Ledford caught the story.
The 82nd Annual Eastern Maine Sportsman Show is back after a 3-year hiatus. More than 100 vendors gathered at the University of Maine New Balance Fieldhouse to celebrate the return of the event, which many have called the rite of spring, signaling the change in Maine's seasons.
It's good to be back. I've always come to the show as a participant and enjoyed walking around, getting my fudge, and talking with all the different hunters and anglers and stuff. And it's nice to come back after a break and not being able to see people and just get back to a sense of normalcy.
People have the chance to check out the latest outdoor gear, enjoy Maine food, and witness live demonstrations about topics ranging from animal calls to hunting dogs. Organizers say that all proceeds from the 3-day event will go towards scholarships for students, Penobscot County Conservation Association activities, and educational sporting programs.
The whole program is designed to get people to experience Maine outside. People spend far too much time inside. Kids have fine motor skills. They need to get outdoors.
While many gathered to show off their new products and learn new innovations in outdoor recreation, some say the event is also a great time to connect with an important population in the state.
There's a lot of veterans in our country, as you know, especially in the state of Maine. And this is very valuable to be here at this show, because otherwise we may not see a lot of the vets that are passing by our booth otherwise. So it's just great we have this opportunity to share with them.
Organizers say the event is the longest-running sportsman show in the country. To find ticket and parking information, visit conservationassociation.org. In Orono, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Unfortunately, if you missed it over the weekend, you'll have to wait until next year. It came to an end yesterday. Well, Special Olympians from Knox and Waldo counties came together in Belfast for a special swim meet. The competition was fierce, but this was much more than just swimming for a ribbon. The kids were having so much fun, too. And no matter if you were in the water doing your best freestyle or just cheering on the swimmers, you would agree the event was a great chance for these Olympians to show off their best.
Just seeing everybody be so happy, so positive, and so excited to just be here and compete and have fun. It's just absolutely incredible.
There were just so many people cheering, and it just was awesome.
If you ever do try swimming competitively, just try your hardest and good luck.
Parents and people from all over came out to cheer on the swimmers. There were also members of the law enforcement community there on hand to make sure all the competitors knew just how special they are. Love those big smiles. Plans to build the world's tallest flagpole in a down east town are still up in the air. The Flagpole of Freedom project was proposed for construction in Columbia Falls early last year with an estimated cost of $1 billion and a staggering height of more than 1,400 feet. The developers are Wreaths Across America founder Morrill Worcester and his sons. However, an attorney for the town, Aga Dixon, says they have yet to provide a concrete plan, and town officials are seeking a temporary hold on the for-profit venture until they know more.
It's not clear to us at this point whether that project is moving forward or what the status of it is. We don't know. We haven't heard from the developers in several months. The moratorium is an opportunity for the town to take some time and try to figure out how the town wants to grow into the future.
The town will vote on a moratorium on March 21st to determine if there will be a pause on the flagpole project and other major developments. Dixon says a recent town survey found that nearly 80% of town residents were already in favor of that postponement. A series of Wabanaki community workshops aims to revitalize a lost form of art. On Friday, Passamaquoddy tribal member and local artist Gabrielle Frey hosted a basket weaving workshop. Frey says the impacts of colonialism have caused a lot of traditional art forms within tribal communities. The goal of the workshop is to engage tribal members, especially the youth, to rebuild traditional tribal practices.
It's also about sharing stories, sharing culture. There's one person here who's a generation removed, who's part of that lost generation where a lot of tribal members are actually taken away from their families just for being native. And so it's that sort of reintroduction of kinship roles.
Frey plans to collaborate with more artists within the Wabanaki Alliance to continue the workshop series on a monthly basis. Workshops are available exclusively to tribal members. All right, the time now is 8:18. Coming up after the break, the latest details regarding the Silicon Valley bank collapse, being what officials are calling the largest U.S. bank failure since the financial crisis of 2008. We'll have details on that and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Believe it or not, there is something better than winning an award for Best Mass Market Brand and Dependability. Being behind the wheel. Get 2.9% APR for up to 48 months on a new 2023 Forte.
There's some things that go better together, like your workplace benefits and retirement savings. With Voya, considering all your financial choices together can help you be better prepared for unexpected events.
Voya, well planned, well invested, well protected.
Behind every keepsake, there's a memory. Behind every photo, there's a story. Behind Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, there's people giving back by bringing back what was thought to be lost. The details, the time, and the expertise, all packaged up behind a name that Mainers have trusted for over 35 years. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
Bath remodeling was revolutionized in this garage in 1984.
when three brothers created the iconic bath fitter tub-over-tub process. A breakthrough then, the industry standard now, for beautiful baths without the mess, stress, or high cost. A better way from Bath Fitter means precise measurement, the highest quality acrylic, perfect preparation, and watertight installation backed by a lifetime warranty. Bath Fitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Angie's List is now Angie, and it's easier than ever to get your projects done right. With Angie, you can connect with top pros and see ratings and reviews. And when you book and pay through Angie, you're covered by our happiness guarantee. Check out Angie.com today. Angie, and done.
Believe it or not, there is something better than winning an award for Best Mass Market Brand and Dependability. Being behind the wheel. Get 2.9% APR for up to 48 months on a new 2023 Forte.
Welcome back, everyone. Silicon Valley Bank closed on Friday, prompting concerns about the future of small and medium-sized banks. On Sunday, the Treasury Department, Federal Reserve, and the FDIC announced that all Silicon Valley Bank clients will be protected and able to access their funds. Fox News correspondent Nate Foy has more.
If a buyer doesn't emerge for Silicon Valley Bank, reports are federal regulators are considering protecting the bank's uninsured deposits. Regulators held an auction on Sunday, but so far, there's no word on a potential deal. The FDIC seized the bank on Friday after a record run on deposits. An acquisition would help thousands of startup companies make payroll this week. Right now, insured depositors are only guaranteed up to $250,000, and there are fears that the bank's collapse could destroy confidence in small and medium-sized banks. But Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says that shouldn't be the case.
Let me just say that we want to make sure that the troubles that exist at one bank don't create contagion to others that are sound.
Here's the kind of money that we're talking about. Roku, the TV streaming provider, had about $487 million in Silicon Valley Bank. Payments technology firm Circle had way more than that, $3.3 billion stuck in the bank. Other companies affected include Shopify, Pinterest, and Fitbit. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy appeared optimistic about a buyer stepping forward. Listen here.
Silicon Valley Bank has a lot of assets. It's just where the capital is currently at. So it is attractive for someone to want to purchase it. It's just a timeline of where to move forward. And the administration has tools to deal with this.
The Bank of London confirms that it did submit a proposal to buy a UK subsidiary of Silicon Valley Bank. We'll see if a buyer emerges from the auction. The bank's 17 branches are set to reopen Monday morning with normal business hours.
Nate Foy reporting. Meanwhile, the growing push for a shortened work week is getting some pushback. A recent study that took place in the U.S. and Ireland found that 90% of companies that experimented with a 4-day work week say they will not return to working 5 days a week. Researchers say there are benefits to working fewer days, such as lower stress levels and burnout rates. But not everyone is on board with the idea. Some manufacturers believe it will lead to productivity falling off, while those in the service and restaurant industries who rely on tips say they would end up making less money. Some New England sports fans are ready to put their money where their mouths are. The state of Massachusetts on Friday announced they will begin allowing online sports betting. This coming just before the tip-off of the NCAA tournaments this week. The move also comes a little over a month since the state started letting in-person sports betting at 3 casinos in the state. And it seems many sports fans are reveling in that news.
I am not going to be a big gambler in the sense that I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing research. I think it'll just be sort of a fun addition to gamble on some games that I might not otherwise care about.
All right, lawmakers believe sports betting could bring in around $60 million in annual tax revenue and $70 to $80 million in initial licensing fees. All right, the time now is 8:24. Time to get another check of our forecast with Devin.
All righty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation.
New England's largest trailer dealer, home Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Here we are this morning, plenty of advisories. And in fact, we have a winter storm watch posted here until about Wednesday afternoon, about 2 p.m. We'll see an upgrade at some point as we do get closer. Winter storm warnings up until noon, farther off towards the south and west. And other advisories that include the storm warning here that is up because of some dangerous surf that will be possible with wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour, if not worse, moving forward. And that's at least to around 1 a.m. as we head towards Wednesday morning. Other advisories include this small craft advisory that will expire at 8 a.m. this morning. And other advisories like this gale warning here lasting till 8 p.m. as we head towards Wednesday as well. So here's the wave heights right now at around 6 to 8 feet according to the buoys. That's why we have a small craft advisory in effect. Some of those other advisories are posted for the next system that will be moving in soon. For now, we're just seeing the clouds moving in from that system. It's moving in from the west, going toward the east, and it's going to be bringing some snow with it and maybe some decent accumulations in a few spots. So we're going to be watching high pressure located right about in here. We have a low pressure center right about in here as well. It's going to slowly jog off towards the east, and then will give us that opportunity for some snow and wind, especially as we head towards tomorrow afternoon into the evening time frame. So Futurecast moving forward for today will be under a mostly cloudy sky. Nothing too crazy going on there. It's tomorrow that we'll have to watch out for that system that will be moving in. Maybe a few early snow showers during the morning period for you Tuesday, but the wind will be increasing. And by Tuesday afternoon, by about 3 o'clock or so, we'll see some decent snowfall moving in and some strong winds with that as well. So on top of that, though, as we're watching this moving in during the afternoon period, again, the isobars are going to be stacked here. That's why wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour will be possible with the system. And look at the jogging pattern with this. So a lot of uncertainty with the system, though, that could affect snow totals in a few spots. But we'll keep the snow chances going at least through Wednesday morning at about 7 a.m. It'll start to track off towards the east. Our chances will start to back off Wednesday night and a Thursday before we're all finished up with that system. So as for snow accumulations, the general idea is about 5 to 8 inches before we're all finished up across a good part of the state, especially along and south of Bangor, maybe further off towards the north as well. So we'll need to be careful with this as it does develop. We'll keep you posted as we do get closer. But the general idea right now is about 5 to 8 inches of snow, and visibility will be an issue as well, with winds gusting up to around 40 miles per hour. So snow and wind, heaviest of the snow will be down east with winds up to 40 miles per hour, if not worse. And I expect forecast changes with this nor'easter as it could move farther to the east as well. So your forecast for today, lower 40s, mostly cloudy. The south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, upper 20s, mostly cloudy again, and that east wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mid-30s, mostly cloudy, some afternoon snow. The northeast wind gusting up to around 35, maybe even 40 miles per hour in a few spots. In your Scott's Recreation extended forecast, some more snow chances as we head towards your Wednesday with highs in the middle 30s. We dry out for your Thursday, a partly cloudy sky, highs in the lower 40s, and mid-40s on St. Patrick's Day on Friday with a mostly cloudy sky.
Buying a home is a big family experience. It is our dream home. Credit union is more like a partner, whether it's your home or whether it's in business. They're local, they're small, they want to take care of their customers just as much as they can. Pretty good feeling to have your local credit union backing you up.
Hello Maine, this is Steve McKay. It's a wintry mix out there, but pockets of orange are standing out against the white blanket of snow throughout the state. Next Home Experience is listing and selling homes just like yours. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemmainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now.
Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
The support of my credit union, starting the business, the banking advice that you need, when you can call them and they're there for you, that's tremendous. It's really an exciting time, and my credit union made that possible.
New evacuations have been ordered in California as yet another major storm approaches, raising the risk for more severe flooding. And as the West Coast prepares, the East is getting a storm of its own. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
This morning, millions in California are bracing for a new round of storms as floodwaters inundate neighborhoods.
We are looking at expanding evacuation orders.
Authorities in Monterey County now expanding evacuation orders after the Salinas River began to overflow, flooding towns along its banks.
This is a very important evacuation order because it encompasses a large amount of residential structures.
Dramatic video shows the rescue by helicopter of a man stranded after floodwaters washed away his car. Hours earlier, a levee breach on the nearby Pajaro River forced residents to flee. More than 3,000 in Monterey County have now been evacuated. First responders navigating the streets, searching for people stranded in submerged vehicles.
We're up to close to 200 rescues now.
Reservoirs around the state are now releasing water. This one's cranking out at 30,000 cubic feet per second. This is Folsom Lake Reservoir, which serves all of Sacramento. It went from extreme drought to now having too much water.
Most of California is bracing for another atmospheric river, with between 3 and 6 inches of rain expected in much of the state in the next few days. Meanwhile, on the East Coast, a late season nor'easter is expected to form tonight, bringing rain and snow up to 20 inches in parts of Massachusetts, with coastal flooding expected from New Jersey to Maine.
That was Rhiannon Alley reporting. We'll have more on our forecast coming up. Meanwhile, at least 8 people are dead after 2 panga boats capsized off the coast of San Diego. A woman called 911 at around 11:30 Saturday night. Lifeguards and the Coast Guard responded and found the bodies of 8 people along with those 2 capsized boats.
Since 2017, we've had a 771% increase in human trafficking in the Southern California coastal region. Since 2021, we've had 23 lives lost at sea. This is not necessarily people trying to find a better life. This is part of a transnational criminal organization effort to smuggle people into the United States. These people are often labor trafficked and sex trafficked when they arrive.
This is one of the worst maritime smuggling tragedies that I can think of in California, certainly here in the city of San Diego.
First responders did not find any survivors at the scene. The head of San Diego's lifeguards says anyone who made it to shore may have left before responders arrived. The House passes a bill that would allow court clerks to deny marriage licenses based on personal beliefs in Tennessee. Many are now asking what this could mean for people within the LGBTQ plus community and interracial or different faith couples looking to tie the knot if this bill is signed into law. Fox's Peyton Muse has more.
Eric Patton is a minister, and he says this is exactly why he decided to do what he does. And he says current language in the bill leaves a lot of things open for interpretation.
The way it is worded, they're opening a legal challenge. That's exactly what they're doing, and they're wording it vaguely like they've done most of the bills that are attacking the LGBTQ community, like that are attacking Nashville as a city.
Chris Sanders with Tennessee Equality Project says these bills affect more people than just one community, paving the way for difficulties for interracial couples.
It's a bill that looks like it affects the LGBTQ community, usually affects a whole lot of other people as well. So everybody ought to have concerns about these kinds of bills. And everybody in Tennessee has a right to contact your own state senator and your own state representative.
I reached out to the sponsors of the bill, Senator Mark Pody, and he says he couldn't comment today. Fox 17 News went straight to the co-sponsor of the bill's office, Representative Monty Fitt's office. He had a sign on the door saying he was out for the day. Fox 17 News also emailed Representative Fitt's office, who says they did not believe that he would have time to speak with us today.
Well, Saudi Arabian oil giant Aramco reports record profits in 2022. The state-controlled energy company announced Sunday its profits surged $161 billion last year. That's up 46% from 2021. It comes in the wake of rising energy prices sparked by the war in Ukraine and sanctions limiting the sale of Moscow's oil and natural gas in Western markets. Aramco CEO Admin Nasser said the gains are probably the highest net income ever recorded in the corporate world. All right, well, still to come here on the second half of our show, we'll have a recap of all the big moments from last night's Academy Awards. That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
And remember, no line safe to touch, ever.
For years, I've warned you that no power lines were safe to touch ever. But the politicians behind Pine Tree Power weren't listening. They want a government takeover of our power grid. And with a cost of $13.5 billion, we're going to be on the hook for that. It could mean higher taxes or cuts to critical services we use every day. Pine Tree Power is a risk Mainers can't afford, ever.
Does your vehicle need a little more work? Have an odd sound coming from somewhere? Bring it over to Jackson's Automotive in Old Town. We have the best technicians and offer a fair price. We also accept all aftermarket protection plans. Now, if you're unable to drive your vehicle to us, we can help you get it here. Also, if you'd like to protect your vehicle for years to come, we offer Wool Wax undercarriage protection. We're located at 546 Main Street in Old Town. Give us a call at 827-2676.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Monday, March 13th, 2023. This is the last official week of winter and just 7 days to go until spring. Keep that in mind tomorrow when the snow's coming down. This is also International Every Girl Wins Day. This holiday brings attention to women's rights worldwide, especially to young girls. The goal is to achieve long-term systemic change that addresses women's rights to equity. It also encourages women to empower one another. On this day in history, in 1781, Uranus, the seventh planet in the solar system, was discovered by Sir William Herschel. In 1925, the Tennessee lawmakers approved a bill prohibiting the teaching of the theory of evolution, a law that was later repealed in 1967. In 1991, Exxon paid $1 billion in fines and costs for the cleanup following the Valdez oil spill up in Alaska. And in 2012, the Encyclopedia Britannica discontinued its print edition after 244 years. Things like Google kind of made it so we didn't really need that quite as much. Today's birthdays include Broadway great Liza Minnelli, who is 77, singer James Taylor is 75, rapper and actor Common is 61, and actress Annabeth Gish is 51 years old. Happy birthday to all of them. All right, we're going to send things over to Devin for another quick check of our weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Here we go. Plenty of advisories in effect this morning. We do have winter storm watches posted through Wednesday afternoon at about 2 p.m. or so. Winter storm warnings posted out for the south and west until about the noon time frame for your Wednesday. Both of these will expire at around Wednesday in that time frame, but we'll see an upgrade at some point as well. We also have a storm warning along the coast because wave heights will be dangerously high in a few spots. Now last through 1 a.m. as we head towards your Wednesday. And also gale warnings and small craft advisories posted through Wednesday as well. And even the small craft advisory through 8 a.m. this morning located right about in here. So we'll see some upgrades moving forward. But again, here's where we stand this morning. This clouds moving in from the west to the east. This is a very uncertain system that's tracking from the west to the east, but it's going to be kind of jogging around at times as well. But we will see some snow from the system before we're all finished up. It's off toward the west right now, located right about in here. It's not going to move in because it's going to have a hard time doing so because we have high pressure off towards the north and east. And this nor'easter, this potential nor'easter here, will be slowly tracking off towards the east and then sending some precipitation on land, especially as we head towards tomorrow. Futurecast for today, we're looking pretty good, but it's tomorrow, though, especially in the afternoon, that we'll be watching for precipitation that will be moving in. The hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period will be mostly cloudy, temperatures in the 40s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. Well, Carhartt and the National Park Foundation are teaming up to motivate breaking away from traditional careers. The NGO and workwear maker worked together to launch a campaign highlighting outdoor alternative workspaces. The Billboard series displays office job props against the backdrop of national parks. Their aim to inspire Service Corps careers that protect America's national parks. This move comes after Carhartt's recent online poll. They found that 48% of Gen Z and millennials would rather work outdoors instead of in a traditional office space. Those interested in applying for Service Corps opportunities can visit Carhartt.com. I think I agree with them, except for in February or March when the snow's still coming down. When we come back, Tyler Cruz will have all the day's sports news, a look at the Oscars, and more. Don't go away.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Perfect.
Nice.
As long as we're imagining.
Give it up for your radio fishing champion!
Me? Oh, come on.
Right now, you could save up to $1,000 with affordable 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive RAV4. And every RAV4 comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Are you considering buying a new home? A home inspection is a major step in the home buying process. Knowing the current condition of your future home is very important. From simple DIY repairs to major issues that could cost thousands down the road. Not only can TJ inspect your property, but he is also a licensed contractor. Give him a call today at 210-5000 for a free inspection quote.
Who's got a motive?
Why am I the bad guy?
Accused is TV's most captivating new crime show.
Guilty as charged.
This is a nightmare.
And now you can watch it anytime.
I just shot someone.
I'm gonna fix this, I promise.
Accused. All new Tuesdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Buck is in critical condition in a medically induced coma.
He's not breathing.
911, all new tonight on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. We're not done with hoops just yet, and how could we be with such a huge weekend? Let's start over at Husson with the annual McDonald's Senior All-Star Games. On Saturday, nearly 100 of Maine's star senior hoopers, both on and off the court, showed their skills across 4 games at the Newman Gymnasium. The 43rd annual event, as always, raises money for Ronald McDonald House Charities of Maine, which keep families closer to their ill children while they receive medical care. With that and the action in mind, it's a day no one wants to miss.
We have 2 houses, one in Portland and one in Bangor. We also have family rooms within both the hospitals, Maine Medical Center and Eastern Maine Medical Center. So 100% of the net proceeds benefit RMHC Maine.
It brings the community together. These young athletes get to show off their skill in both academics and athleticism, and the whole community comes together with friends and family.
For the seniors chosen as All-Stars, it's considered to be one of the biggest honors they can receive. It being the last time they'll take the court as high schoolers, seniors like Bella McClellan of Hamden Academy say it's the perfect way to culminate all their dedication to their games.
It kind of, for me, validates the amount of work that I've put in over the years. I don't think people realize that it really is a big sacrifice to be good at what you do. I feel like everybody was really deserving, and it kind of just shows that when you put in the work, you get what it earns.
Okay, let's stick with basketball now and more. With the new Nokomis Regional High being open for a couple years now, almost everything has been moved over from the old school. But there was one glaring exception until Saturday. Banners. At a ceremony Saturday, all 6 team state champions in school history received new banners hung high above the gym. Football, field hockey, basketball, and track teams were all honored with players, coaches, and families of those teams watching. Athletic Director Simon Elias says that this day is indicative of what the community of Nokomis is all about.
Just looking around right now and watching them, these teams get back together and share memories and experiences, there's nothing like it, and I really do feel like Nokomis has a way about it where the community is strong, champions near and dear to our hearts, and hopefully we win a lot more, but it's just a really fun night to have everyone here today.
The most recent state title, of course, was boys basketball last year. Naturally, it wasn't that hard to track everyone down, including Ace and Cooper Flagg. On spring break from Montverde Academy, the Superstar twins made the trip up. Cooper was also formally recognized for his USA Athlete of the Year win and his Gatorade Player of the Year win. Both brothers see Saturday alone as being worth the trek back to Newport.
It's just great to be able to come back for such an important day for our school and to be able to spend it with our family, which is our team, and just see all the other state championship teams and how special it is in this community.
I mean, just being able to be back in general is just a great feeling, and being back in this gym that we spent so many hours in last year, and just coming back and seeing all our friends and family and everyone that's been supporting us this whole time is a really good feeling.
Now for some more basketball. Another annual event happened at Orono High School Saturday. It was the 5th edition of the Courageous Steps Project's Unified Fun Day Festival. The event consisted of 8 unified teams from our area playing in 2 games each over the course of the day. Besides being an awesome showcase for the unified athletes, it serves as a benefit for the Courageous Steps Project, which provides services and resources to local programs for young Mainers with disabilities. Courageous Steps founder Connor Archer sees this special day as more than just a fundraiser.
Really is about getting all these players together for a great day full of basketball and just to have fun. It's not about winning or losing. It's just about having a fun day, playing basketball and making memories that last for a long time.
And it's hard to deny that when you see the action unfold. Not a frown in the house, and for good reason. Fun Day provides amazing opportunities for inclusion and, as Archer said, building relationships. There's too many amazing parts about the day to name, so here's some athletes on their favorites.
It's nice because I get to, there's a couple kids from Brewer that I know outside of this, and seeing them today is pretty awesome. Knowing that they share the same morals.
Mostly it's the exercise that I like to do because I'm trying to actually lose more weight. I just like unified basketball in general.
I also call YMCA.
You like dancing? You like dancing the YMCA?
Yeah.
And we love those halftime dance parties. How about some state championship hockey to close out? Cape Elizabeth against Messalonsky in the Class B final in Portland. Second period, that's Nick Laughlin coming in hot with a laser to give Cape a 1-0 lead. Just over a minute later, it's Laughlin again. Here comes his second goal of the game. What a moment for the senior captain. 2-0 Capers. Third period now, it's 3-1 Capers. Will Durkee off the turnover for Meso makes him pay for it, and he scores. It's 3-2 with 10 minutes to play, but just minutes later, Cape would get a huge insurance goal. It's Sebastian Moon off the rebound, his second goal of the game. Capers lead 4-2, and Cape Elizabeth would hang on to win the Class B state championship 4-3 over Messalonsky, ending a 17-year title drought. Well, that's all the time we have for sports. I'm Ryan Sudol. We'll be back right after the break.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get 0% APR and $500 bonus cash with 0 payments until June on 8 of our most popular models. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today.
Looking to buy or sell a home? The More True team of Better Homes and Gardens works throughout the state of Maine with both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater Bangor area. Give the ladies of the More True team a call today or visit their Facebook page.
It was a big night in Hollywood as its celebration of the past year of movies all led up to the 95th Academy Awards. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with a recap.
Multiverse jumping, Everything Everywhere All at Once leapt its way into Oscars history.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
The sci-fi story won 7 awards, including the top title of Best Picture.
This is a beacon of hope and possibilities.
Its lead, Michelle Yeoh, became the first Asian woman to win Best Actress.
Mom, I just won an Oscar.
Ke Huy Quan became the second Asian winner in the Best Supporting Actor category.
Keep your dreams alive.
And delivered another inspiring speech with his Oscars moment.
I just won an Oscar.
Co-star Jamie Lee Curtis won Best Supporting Actress. The film also took Original Screenplay and Best Director trophies for the Daniels, Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert.
So this is what the multiverse looks like.
Best Actor went to Brendan Fraser of The Whale.
Together, we are reshaping how culture is represented.
Among other wins, Ruth E. Carter became the first black woman to win 2 Oscars, awarded her second Best Costume Design trophy for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Best Adapted Screenplay went to Women Talking.
Welcome to the 95th Oscars.
Jimmy Kimmel hosted for a 3rd time, and his opening monologue included a brief mention to last year's slap. Musical performances included Best Original Song winner Natu Natu from RRR, the first song from an Indian film to win. Rihanna took center stage with Lift Me Up from Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and Lady Gaga sang a stripped-down version of Hold My Hand from Top Gun: Maverick. Music and celebration, historic wins, emotional moments wrap up this award season.
Ashley Dvorkin reporting. It looks like a cloudy day today, snow moving in tomorrow. Here's Devin with the details.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Here we are this morning, plenty of advisories. In effect, we have a winter storm watch posted here until about Wednesday afternoon, about 2 p.m. We'll see an upgrade at some point as we do get closer. Winter storm warnings up until noon farther off towards the south and west. And other advisories that include the storm warning here that is up because of some dangerous surf that will be possible with wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour, if not worse, moving forward. And that's at least to around 1 a.m. as we head towards Wednesday morning. Other advisories include this small craft advisory that will expire at 8 a.m. this morning. And other advisories like this gale warning here lasting till 8 p.m. as we head towards Wednesday as well. So here's the wave heights right now at around 6 to 8 feet according to the buoys. That's why we have a small craft advisory in effect. Some of those other advisories are posted for the next system that will be moving in soon. For now, we're just seeing the clouds moving in from that system. It's moving in from the west. going toward the east, and it's going to be bringing some snow with it and maybe some decent accumulations in a few spots. So we're going to be watching high pressure located right about in here. We have a low pressure center right about in here as well. It's going to slowly jog off towards the east, and then will give us that opportunity for some snow and wind, especially as we head towards tomorrow afternoon into the evening time frame. So Futurecast moving forward for today will be under a mostly cloudy sky. Nothing too crazy going on there. It's tomorrow that we'll have to watch out for that system that will be moving in. Maybe a few early snow showers during the morning period for you Tuesday, but the wind will be increasing. And by Tuesday afternoon, by about 3 o'clock or so, we'll see some decent snowfall moving in and some strong winds with that as well. So on top of that, though, as we're watching this moving in during the afternoon period, again, the isobars are going to be stacked here. That's why wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour will be possible with the system. And look at the jogging pattern with this. So a lot of uncertainty with the system, though, that could affect snow totals in a few spots. But we'll keep the snow chances going at least through Wednesday morning at about 7 a.m. It'll start to track off towards the east. Our chances will start to back off Wednesday night and a Thursday before we're all finished up with that system. So as for snow accumulations, the general idea is about 5 to 8 inches before we're all finished up across a good part of the state, especially along and south of Bangor, maybe further off towards the north as well. So we'll need to be careful with this as it does develop. We'll keep you posted as we do get closer. But the general idea right now is about 5 to 8 inches of snow, and visibility will be an issue as well, with winds gusting up to around 40 miles per hour. So snow and wind, heaviest of the snow will be down east with winds up to 40 miles per hour, if not worse. And expect forecast changes with this nor'easter as it could move farther to the east as well. So your forecast for today, lower 40s, mostly cloudy. That south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, upper 20s, mostly cloudy again, and that east wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mid-30s, mostly cloudy, some afternoon snow. The northeast wind gusting up to around 35, maybe even 40 miles per hour in a few spots. And your Scotts Recreation extended forecast. Some more snow chances as we head towards your Wednesday with highs in the middle 30s. We dry out for your Thursday, a partly cloudy sky, highs in the lower 40s, and mid-40s on St. Patrick's Day on Friday with a mostly cloudy sky.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
With AARP Rewards, anyone can earn and redeem points. They're ready for you.
That's 300 points.
And help their money live longer. Get started for free today.
Here at the Eddington store, we have what you're craving. From Holton Dairy Farm products to our daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. Did I mention we have fresh cut meats? From hamburger to steaks and even fresh produce, we have what you're craving. And while you're here, don't forget your ice cream at the Dairy Bar and homemade whoopie pies. Are you low on fuel? We offer gas, diesel, and propane too. The Eddington store, we're more than your average convenience store. We look forward to seeing you.
Belanger's Drive-In has been locally owned and operated since 1974 and has always been a staple of the local community. At Belanger's Drive-In, we've gone out of our way to make sure there's something to satisfy every kind of appetite. With more than 85 items on our menu prepared daily with the freshest ingredients. It may be hard to choose, but it's impossible to end up hungry. Located at 84 Main Street in Fairfield, stop in and see us, closed on Mondays.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Well, that's about all the time we have for you today. We do thank you for joining us. Please tune in tonight. We'll have all the latest news. We'll be following a lot of the stories, including the latest on that shooting that happened in Bangor over the weekend. We'll see if there's any court action in that, the Newport fire, and of course, we'll be keeping a close eye on that nor'easter heading this way. If you're heading out for the day, we hope you have a great day, and we thank you so much for joining us.